Hi everyone, my name is Crystal and this is going to be my first YouTube video, and throughout the video I am going to be telling you a little bit about myself. I'm going to be showing you the types of makeup brands that I love. Some are high-end, some are drugstore, and just throughout the video I'm going to be telling you about myself and hopefully you guys like it. So I have all the makeup products and brushes that I'm going to be using today. There's a bunch of different products, a bunch of different brands, but everything that I'm using today I definitely do think is worth it, and I can explain to you why throughout the video. So I've already cleansed my face for the morning. You should always do that before you start your makeup. You can either use a regular cleanser or an exfoliating cleanser just to get anything off your face so you have a nice smooth base. Then I personally like to follow up with a moisturizer. And the moisturizer that I'm going to be using today is called the Olehenrikson Sheer Transformation Perfection Moisturizer. So this is a very nice moisturizer to use before you do your primers and your foundations and such. I find it very hydrating, and it says apply evenly to face and neck AM and PM. Gently massage in an upward circular motion. Layer over, so you can use it with other serums and stuff just in your skincare routine. But for the purposes of this video, it's just going to be a moisturizer before my makeup. Now, I've just started using this, but it is very good from what I can tell. So I just take a little bit. I don't want to get my nails into it because then it'll stay there forever. And I'm just going to put that on all over my face. You don't need very much. It does go a long way. It is good because this is quite an expensive product, so I'll have to let you know a little further down the line what I think of it as I continue to use it and how I think it affects my makeup base. So first you want to prep your eyes, and today I'm going to be using the NYX Proof It Waterproof Eyeshadow Primer. It has a doe foot applicator, and it comes out a creamy nude color. I'm just going to put a little bit on each eye, and I'm going to blend it all the way up to my brow bone. I really do like a lot of NYX products. There's actually one more product that I'm going to be using today by that brand. I find it a very good drugstore brand. I think it has decent quality for the price. So, a fun fact about me, I've always loved makeup. I've been using it for a very long time, but never seriously. So, you know, when I'm a little kid, you play with your mom's makeup, or you have the little kid sparkly makeup and it ends up all over your face and you look crazy. Well, that was me. And as I got older, I started trying different things. I didn't seriously get into makeup until I was, let's say, 21 or 22. I'm 24 now. Actually just turned 24 a week ago. So there's still stuff that I want to learn. There's still stuff that I'm not that great at, but I do my best, and I always do end up liking the outcome of my makeup. I've never hated it so badly that I had to, you know, wipe it off and start over. So the point of my videos is to have a give and take. I want to show you my skills, and I want you to give me feedback and advice on how I can improve myself. And hopefully we can do something for each other. Alright, so once you've let your base set, you can start to go in with your eyeshadow palette. And today I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty New Nude palette, which I think is beautiful. It has such beautiful colors and glimmer, sparkles, all that. So these are the colors. There are a lot of neutral colors, but there are some darker pops of color for your outer corner. I love this palette. As you can see, I've only used it a few times, but in the few times, it's amazing. And I have another Huda Beauty palette, and it is in the same range as this one. So I do know the performance is there and the pigmentation is there. So I'll be showing you that today in this video. And before we continue, I'm just going to throw on some lip balm to help hydrate my lips for my lipstick later. Right now, I'm using the Sephora Rose Lip Scrub. It has a very strong smell, so if you don't like strong smells, I would stay away from it. I'm going to start out with a blending eyeshadow brush by Beauty Accents. And I'm going to go in with the shade Teddy, which is right here. And I'm going to take that from my outer V into my crease. It does have good pigmentation right off the bat, as you can probably see the difference now in both my eyes. And that's all I'm going to do for now in that eye, and I'm going to move on to the second eye. Another fun fact, I'll probably try to do these all throughout the video just so you guys can get to know me a little bit better, just so it's not just the makeup. I would eventually like to start getting into vlogs, which is not my fun fact, but let me know if you guys would be keen to see that. I love animals. I love all animals. I love rabbits, cats, guinea pigs, dogs, fish, like any kind of pet you could think of. And it does go farther than that. I'm very environmentally friendly, I believe. But right now I do have 5 cats. I know, seems like a lot, but I've rescued all of them. None of them have been bought or anything like that. I've gotten them all from situations in which they needed a place to go because they did not have a home. I'm all about, you know, taking care of them as best as you can. If you can't afford an animal, just wait until you can. Try to plan ahead. And you guys will learn more about how I feel about all that stuff, I'm sure, as my videos go on. Alright, so next I'm going to go in with the shade Tickle, which is this one right here. And I'm going to put that one in my outer corner and just go about halfway into my V. So I'm just going to tap off my brush and place the color. Like I said, I would like to start a vlog channel if I have the chance. I want to kind of see how this goes first before I go any further, because at this time I don't really have the technology and stuff that I need to make tons and tons of videos ahead of time. So I'm just using my cell phone at the moment, which hopefully you're still getting a decent picture, and I'll try very hard to give you the views and stuff that you need to see what I'm doing. Hopefully this will be okay. I tried a lot of different locations in my home before I chose this spot. And that as well, you are welcome to give me feedback on how you think I can improve. And if I find out that this is something that I do truly want to do, and I get some feedback and it's something that I enjoy and I have time for, I would like to invest in an actual camera. And when that time comes, I would probably then start a vlog channel as well as my beauty channel. And this channel, it will be mostly leaned towards beauty. I plan on doing makeup tutorials, color swatches for palettes, lip swatch videos. I can do clothing hauls once in a while. I can do what's in my bag. I can do makeup storage videos, how I clean my brushes. I can really do pretty much anything you guys are keen to see. So just let me know in the comments what types of videos are your favorite to watch. And I can definitely do my best to do those for you. I may even be able to get my fiance to do some videos with me if I'm lucky, if you want us to do any kind of challenges or something like that. So I'm going to stop there with the Tickle color, and I'm going to go back into the Teddy and just blend that out a bit. Just using the same brush, just taking a little product, and I'm just going to blend those two colors together and kind of darken up my outer crease. And this is how we're looking now. I do have only used 2 colors. I think I'm going to use the Kinky Shimmer color for my inner lid. and I'm going to use an e.l.f. brush for that. It is called the e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, and it just has kind of a flat top. I find it good for picking up shimmers to place on the eye. When I do glittery eye makeup looks, I try to do my makeup first so I can just clean up my face with a makeup wipe or something like that, so I don't have to mess up my foundation when I'm removing any fallout. It's not taking too much effort to get the color to stay on my eye. On the other eye, I will try it wet, my brush wet, to see if it picks up the color any better. But I feel like it is still performing quite well for being dry. Once I've placed the shimmer, I'm just going to go back into my blender brush, and I'm just going to make sure I don't have any harsh lines in between where I place the shimmer and the matte eyeshadows. And then I will be using my Urban Decay All Nighter spray just to wet my brush. I'm just gonna give that one spray, and I'm going to try the wet color on my other eye. I feel like I'm getting about the same effect as with it dry. It's just a little bit less effort to get the pigmentation that you want. And I am going to go back into my crease color one more time. Just to make sure we're not losing any color. Okay, and that is pretty much the finished makeup look, eye look, excuse me, not makeup look. But I'm going to stop there for my eyes, and then I'm going to move on to my base before I continue with my eyeliner and mascara and everything. So now I'm going to go in with my primer, and I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. This is just a little sample size that I received. I'm trying to use it up. So you just really want to let that soak in. And I will talk to you about how I apply my foundation with the specific foundations I use. So first off, you want to make sure that your primer and your foundation are compatible. You want to make sure they're either both like a silicone oil base or both a water base, because you know water and oil doesn't mix. So you don't want to pair a silicone primer with a water foundation, because your foundation is just going to slip all over your face and it just won't work. It doesn't work for me. It could work for you, of course, but I find that pairing water to water or silicone base to silicone base much, much easier. So this right now is my favorite foundation. I only have one more foundation and a CC cream in my collection right now because it is a high-end brand, so I like to get my use out of it. So in most videos for now, you'll probably be seeing this, but I want to try some other ones. I want to try a stick foundation I've never tried. I'd like to try the NARS, one of the NARS foundations, because I hear and see that they perform very well, so I would like to give my own opinion on that. But for this video, I'm going to be using the Born This Way foundation in the shade Pearl. It has a pump applicator, which I also like because you're able to get the most use out of the product rather than a squeeze kind or whatever. It really gets all the way down, so you're using as much product as you can. And it's good because this is a bit of an expensive foundation. And to apply that, I'm going to be using a damp beauty blender, and I think I just got this. Actually, I think I got this for Christmas, so I don't even know where it's from. But you can really use any. They come in different colors, different shapes. You can also use a brush. I do prefer using a sponge with the more liquidy formulas. So I'm just going to start out with a pump on one side, and I'm going to spread that around my face. And if you do your eye makeup, your eyeshadow at least first, when you use your concealers and your foundations, you're able to kind of sharpen the line if you need to do so. I will be using more. I probably use about 2 pumps on average when I'm using this foundation, just to get, because 1 pump all over is not really a good coverage. Like, my face does not look a lot different now than it did. but I still like to start out less is more. So I'm going to do the same thing, same side, just another pump, and then spread it around. Right now, I don't have any more foundation, well, one, but I definitely really like this. I have tried a few others before this, and I thought that I liked them, but I wanted to try something new and a little more high-end, because until this, I've only tried cheaper foundations, and I did really see the difference when I started using this foundation compared to ones that I had been using. Though I do feel like if you try, you can make almost any makeup product work if you want it to work. There are definitely some bad products out there for sure, but if you did have the extra, I would say this is worth a splurge. It is a really good foundation, and like I said, you can do one layer and it'll be really sheer and it'll still look like skin, or you can build it up. This is with 2 coats, and I feel like at this stage it is a medium coverage, and I would be leaving it at this stage. You can add more, of course, as much as you want to cover any redness or blemishes or whatever you want to cover. I love the finish after I get to my second coat. You don't want any harsh lines, so definitely like blend down your neck a little bit. You want to try to match your foundation up here to your chest as much as you can, because that is the part that people are going to see. They're not going to see your neck. So if your foundation is a bit darker than your neck because your neck doesn't get sun, you could just run a little extra foundation down your neck to create that. So I'm going to stop there with my foundation, and hopefully you can see that I have a decently even base right now. Still a little bit of redness, but I'm not too worried about that, as the next product I'm going to use will help correct that. So the next product is also a Born This Way, and it's called the Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Snow. And I am going to just use this underneath my eyes. I don't usually cover up any extra redness or anything I have, but if you would like to do that, you want to try to find one that's closer to your skin tone. However, this is for under my eyes, so I like it to be lighter. And I only add a little bit because I find if you add too much of this, it can get cakey, and I don't want that. And I'm just going to use the tip of my Flawless Finish sponge, and I'm just going to blend that out. Okay. So it just helps to brighten up that under eye area. And now I am going to, sorry about the lighting, now I'm going to set my base. And I have a few things that I use to set my base, but for this video I wanted to use a couple different products, and I have some brands and multiple products, so I'm trying to use as many as I can today in the video so you can kind of get a feel of what I like to use. So for my powder, I'm going to use the MAC Studio Fix Foundation and Powder Plus in the shade NC25. And it comes like this. You can lift up this bottom portion, and there is a cushion, though I don't use the cushion. I just use a big powder brush. So I just tap into the product, and then I stipple it over my face. If you want a more full coverage look, this is the product to go to, because it is not a sheer powder. So it will provide extra coverage, which is also why I don't like to go more than 2 pumps with that foundation, because I will be building up my coverage a tad bit more with this product. Once I've stippled it all over my face, I'll just take a little bit more and I'll kind of buff it out just to make sure I don't have any kind of harsh lines. I like to stipple first because I find that if I go straight into the buffing motion, it can move the foundation a tad. So stippling it just prevents that. I really do love this powder. I feel like it does not make me powdery. It makes me look smooth. It makes me feel smooth. It does not make me look cakey, as I find some powders can, or some foundation powder combos can. So if you can see the difference, my face looks flawless right now. You can't see really any imperfections. It's smooth. And now the final step to my base, as I'm not going to be doing any contouring today, I'm just going to be using the GlamGlow Glowsettee spray. So I'm just going to shake that a couple of times, and I'm just going to spray my base, and once that's dry, I'm going to go back into my eyes to finish up that look. If you've never used this before, this is kind of a glowy finish. As you can see, my face is very matte right now, so that will just bring a little bit of my natural glow back. And it's a very, very fine mist. And it does have quite a strong smell. It's a very sweet smell, almost vanilla-like. So I just use a little bit for now. I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to go back into my eyeshadow. I need to highlight my inner corner, my brow bone, and I'm also going to run some eyeshadow underneath my lower lash line. So I'm going to go back into the Huda Beauty palette, and I'm just going to take my eyeshadow blender brush, and I'm going to take a little tiny bit of the shade Tickle, and I'm going to just run that under and meet it with my outer corner. And it just brings like a little bit extra to the look, I feel. So for the brow bone and inner corner, I'm going to go in with this top shade called Bear. I'm going to go in with this one. It's a vegan eye definer brush, and it's by the brand XO Beauty. Oh. Did get a little bit of fallout, but that color should just blend right out. Okay, so that is the highlight brow bone, and I'm going to use the same color inside my inner corner. This is not really a shimmery color, so if you really want a blinding inner corner, this is definitely not going to be the color for you. And I usually do go for a more blinding, but I just want to make this color work for the whole look. This makeup palette, because you don't need to use multiple palettes to get your desired look for this. So next I'm going to be going in with eyeliner, and I'm going to do a wing today. And I'm going to use the NYX Professional Makeup Epic Ink Liner in the shade Black. This is the applicator. And I'm going to just kind of do this off camera because it's really hard for me to like do it correctly if I'm trying to stare at the camera. Okay, so my eyeliner is done. It is not perfect, as you can see. I was having some trouble. I use this every day when I do my eyeliner, but it was a little extra runny today. It's not really that bad. It's just I'm always hard on myself when I do my eyeliner, and yeah, whatever. It's fine. Anyways, the next product I'm going to go in with is my mascara, which is another Too Faced item, and I'm sure a lot of you will recognize the product. It is the Better Than Sex mascara, and it is the Diamond Edition. Haven't been doing my fun facts. I just remembered. I am from a small town in upstate New York. And when I say small, I mean small. I graduated with a class of about 32 in a school from pre-kindergarten to graduating senior, with only about 500 kids in the whole school. So, when I say small, I mean very small. I loved it though. I loved every minute of it. I was good in school. I had good relationships with my professors, which I still have some contact with a few of them today. I've been graduated for, this would make my 6th year out, I believe. I did 1 year at a private college studying science. which I found out at the time it wasn't really what I wanted to do. It's actually where I, the same time that I met my fiance at the job that we both work at. At the time, I had been just starting a job as a cashier at a supermarket, and he was just a deli clerk. So he's been there for about 9 years, and I've been there since I've been out of high school. In between each coat of mascara, you want to give it a minute to dry just so you don't have any clumps. And so we met and we started dating, so we're an in-work couple, and now we are engaged to be married. We are getting married next year. Been planning already for a year. Very stressful. I don't know if I recommend it. And he is the deli manager now, and I am the scanning coordinator, which, if some of you don't know what that is, it is the most boring job you could possibly have in a supermarket, but it is a very important job and step up, I suppose. I just put all the labels, sale tags, sale signs, replacement signs, price changes, and so forth. That's one of my jobs, but I also am a front-end bookkeeper, which means I handle all the money and the front-end cashiers and so stuff like that. And I'm also a customer relations manager, which is my official title. I am considered a manager now. We both are. So that definitely helps, as we're planning in what I consider to be an expensive wedding. More money than we were expecting it to be anyway. So my mascara is done. I've done 2 coats on my top and 1 on my lower. I usually only do 1 coat on my lower lashes because I don't want to elongate them too much. As you can see on the bottom here, there's just a tiny bit of mascara, and you can just get that off later once it's dry with a cotton swab. Just kind of flick it off. You don't want to do it while it's still wet though, or you'll just smudge it. So next I am going to be doing falsies. I'm going to be using, I've already used them once, so I can't really get that great of a picture with them. But they're by XO Beauty, and they're called the Gold Digger. And also her latex-free glue, which I find way easier to use than glue with latex. You don't really have to sit there and let it dry for a couple of minutes. You can just go straight in, apply the lash glue, and then apply it to your eye. You don't really have to do much waiting in between. I've already trimmed them, so it's just a matter of like putting them on. And I do use a lash tweezer to do so. I find it much easier than just trying to apply them with my fingers and my nails getting in the way and messing up my makeup. So I'm just going to do that quickly off camera as well, just to save some time in this already long video. Hopefully it'll only be about 20 minutes long. Okay, both lashes are on now. And again, those are called the Gold Digger by XO Beauty. And I really feel like liner and lashes really make these looks come together. This isn't the most dramatic look I could do, but it is quite dramatic, I feel. And the lashes are just beautiful. This line, there is also faux mink lashes. I won't use real mink lashes. I'm going to be using the lipstick from Too Faced, and the shade is called Pout About It, and it's beautiful, and I think it will go really nice with this eye makeup. So this is what the bullet looks like. It does not have a point like other bullets, and this is the first time I'll be trying it, so I'll let you know what I think. So that is the lipstick. I think it goes really well with this eye makeup. And I'm going to finish with a little bit more of my GlamGlow spray. So this is the finished makeup look. It'll look, of course, better once I do my hair and put my outfit together. If I can get you guys any better lighting, I will try to do so, just so you can really see all the colors. This isn't bad. I love the eye makeup. I love the eyelashes. And I wouldn't say this is necessarily an everyday look, but I feel like you can definitely get away with it. I would definitely feel comfortable leaving the house with this type of makeup look. Not for everybody. I do prefer nude, like lighter tone lipsticks, and this is a very beautiful color. And that's really it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful on some of the information about the products. I hope you can get a nice look at what everything looks like, and the color pigmentation of this palette is amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please feel free to like or subscribe. Leave me a comment. I also need some recommendations on other liners and lashes and stuff like that. So if you have any recommendations, please feel free to give them to me. And I will do my best to reply to all the comments. So I hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy the video. Question of the day: what is your favorite animal? Alright? Have a good day, you guys. Bye.